Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. Tell a friend. A whole lot of individuals didn't know about Big Meech, but before Big Meech, unfortunately, there were other criminals prior to Big Meech. For example, Felix, he's from California. Look how he was living his life when he was up and coming.
Felix Mitchell. Felix Wayne Mitchell, also known as Felix the Cat, was a notorious drug kingpin operating in Oakland, California, who headed the criminal organization known as the 69 Mob. Born
Oakland, California, I believe that's where the rapper Too Short's from. They say there's a whole lot of individuals in Oakland, California. All they want to do is, they just want to be fly, live that fancy lifestyle. As you can see, Felix was no different from the rest of them. He was not.
August 23rd, 1954, in East Oakland, California, Mitchell began a life of crime early. While still a teen, he created a network of criminals and nicknamed them the 69 Mob.
That's the thing that a whole lot of these kingpins have in common for whatever reason. They normally start doing their crimes, their criminal activities at a young age. Most of the time they start off as teenagers, believe it or not, teenagers.
The crew expanded rapidly, creating a substance empire focused primarily on the sale of H that encompassed not only Oakland, but surrounding Bay Area cities. His success did not go unnoticed.
I'm sure you guys know what that H is. If you don't know what that H is, well, you should know what it is. But as you can see, Oakland, California is a beautiful place. As you can see, but Felix, he came around, he said, you know what? I can show you how to destroy a beautiful place.
And began including kingpins from Los Angeles and Detroit, Michigan. Mitchell's success, however, was not without difficulties. He faced opposition from Mickey Moore and his associated criminal family, in addition to the Funktown USA gang, led by Harvey Washington, over control of the East Bay H market. Nonetheless, his substance business was incredibly successful, and it was estimated Mitchell was earning anywhere between $2 million and $4 million per month. With his drug wealth,
$2 million to $4 million per month is a whole lot of money, especially back then. $2 million to $4 million per month is actually a lot of money still in 2024, believe it or not, per month.
Mitchell lived lavishly, throwing parties, buying expensive cars, and purchasing fancy clothing. Additionally, he shared his income with local youth and community programs.
As you can see, all these kingpins tend to have a whole lot of things in common, as you can see, and that's where a lot of these, like say, for example, well, let's get back to the story.
Consequently, Mitchell quickly became a local folk hero. In order to maintain control over their turf, the 69 Mob utilized many techniques that have now become the basis of the modern substance trade. These techniques included the use of youths as delivery agents and spotters, along with drive-by shootings to punish both their enemies and disobedient clients.
As you can see, all these stuff started way back many years ago. It's nothing brand new. It's just that, a different generation of criminals. That's basically it. Every generations tend to bring their own criminals.
By the 1980s, Mitchell's H empire had grown to epic proportions and was the continued target of many attacks. Conflict was unavoidable, and violence became part of their standard operations. Given his high profile, Mitchell, not surprisingly, became the target of local authorities. In 1985, Oakland police captured and arrested Mitchell. He was then tried, convicted, and sentenced to life in prison. A year later,
just like a whole lot of these other individuals, life in prison is what they normally get. They're out in life, fancy cars, beautiful women, all these other type of stuff. And life in prison is where most of them end up. It's like a repeated story. It's like a broken record. It really is.
August 21st, 1986 at Leavenworth Penitentiary, a fellow inmate executed Mitchell. Mitchell died 2 days before his 32nd birthday. Felix Mitchell's funeral followed over a week later, August 29, 1986. The amount of money spent and the incredible number of onlookers garnered national attention. The funeral procession, which included 4...
To the best of my knowledge, I believe they said Felix, he had doves flying from his casket. Today's date, a lot of these individuals who think they're drug dealers, drug lords, they love to have doves fly at their funerals for whatever reason. But I said they learned these things from, criminals before them, drug dealing criminals before them. That's where they learned them from.
Rolls-Royces, multiple limousines, a horse-drawn carriage, and a $6,000 coffin was viewed by an estimated 8,000 mourners along the route. Many law enforcement supporters used the event as proof of the significant impact substance were having on the country, and particularly on vulnerable, impoverished neighborhoods in cities like Oakland. Mitchell's incarceration and death did not lead to the destruction of the Big H industry. Rather, both the level and scope of crime...
As you can see, this is nothing brand new. It's just a new generation that we're in. Big Meech is maybe the next kingpin a lot of individuals look up to. His situation is very similar. Fancy cars, beautiful women, jewelry. Going to life behind the bars is also what comes along with it. Big Meech got out early. We're going to try to figure out why that is.
Volume of substance on the streets of Oakland and other East Bay communities increased heavily after his funeral. This became known as the Felix Mitchell paradox. Without Mitchell maintaining control over the market, it quickly spun out of control and resulted in even greater growth and more violence. Number 4, Demetrius.
Now we're going to get on Big Meech. We were just talking about Big Meech. We're going to get on Big Meech right now.
Story. Demetrius Big Meech was born on June 21, 1968 in Detroit, Michigan. He began selling $50 bags of cocaine on the streets of Detroit during their high school years in the late 1980s. Hence, their original group was known as 50 Boys.
As I was saying, so Big Meech had the 50 boys, Felix had the 60 boys. Like I told you, a lot of these individuals, they never learn. They copy each other, go out of their way. Most of these individuals, they make their money illegally. It's not like they say, you know what? I was a successful legal businessman. No, illegal money. 50 boys, 60 boys, they're all the same. Corrupt the community, have individuals commit crimes to them. They make all the money, drive all the fancy cars, and go to jail. Till next time. I wonder when these individuals will start having a different story ending. I don't know. But hopefully, individuals will learn from these individuals. But most likely not. As I said, and every generations bring their brand new set of criminals. Until next time, they say crime don't pay, but I seen them do it though. F Service TV. Unbelievable.